Daniel Jones is playing good ball. Brian Dable, Mike Kafka have done a good job working with him, and he deservedly will get himself another contract. What is going on, folks? You got me up early, and this is Anthony Armstrong, and you're in the film room. I was on Twitter the other day, and I was saying that you have to give Brian Dable, Mike Kafka, the Giants offensive staff, some credit for getting Daniel Jones to play at a really high level. And I said that, they've simplified things for him. And a few folks in the Big Blue Nation, they took offense to it as if I was calling the guy stupid. So I decided to say, let's break down some film. Let's take a look at some stuff right here. So as you can see, I went back to the game, week 17 against the Colts. They'll end up having 177 yards passing, 19 for 24, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's good. He also had about 11 some odd carries, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also very good. What I said on there, I said that he's been able to have the game simplified for him, where he can make his read. He gets from number 1 to number 2 or to a check down. And then the third option is to get the hell out of there and run. That is not a problem at all. So let's see what we got here. First play of the game. You're looking at a doubles right set. Doubles here. You got the tight end to the right. That's where your strength is. You got receiver, receiver, receiver outside. First play of the game. We're going to let it run. Now you see it's a little play action. He drops back. He makes a good quick decision, steps up. The linebacker tips it. He was going to Darius Slayton across the middle. Pretty sure that Darius Slayton has been one of the biggest playmakers for the Giants, so they're going to have eyes on him. This linebacker gains a lot of depth. So check it. This linebacker here, he gains depth, and he almost gets an interception on the first play of the game. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to worry about any of the running plays, so we're going to skip forward whenever there is a running play. This is a quick decision right here. He makes his way back. Good, strong throw to Richie James on the deep cross. Let's go back to the beginning of the play. So you see you got the tight end out here in the slot. You got this little almost stacked formation. Let's call it a south. All right, let's say that's the Z, and let's say that's the Gator outside. They got the tight end split out. You got the not the Z, that's the X, Gator outside. You got the Z down here. You're going to have Richie James end up running this deep over route. He's trying to get into this hole right here, about 17, 22 yards. Then you're going to have Darius Slayton. I believe that's him. Might be Isaiah Hodgins. He's running a shallow route. The shallow route is used to affect these linebackers. So I can tell you, if the linebacker gains depth, then he's going to end up hitting that shallow route. But as you let this play run, you see linebackers are affected. They go down, wide open, nice strong throw, good catch, good pass by Daniel Jones. That is quick. He sees where his first read is, and he went directly to it. Here it is from the tight angle. He drops back. He looks left real quick to peek that go. Nothing there. Coming up top. Nice, strong throw. Good, quick decision. It's simple. He makes it easy. They've made it easy for him. Here's another formation. I think this one's a run play. And we're going to get past the run plays. So mind you, folks, as I skip past this stuff, I want you to understand where you can say that the offenses are complex in the NFL, the reads need to be simple, need to be simplistic. You want your quarterback to make a good, quick decision on what he wants to do with the football. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. And whenever you hear how long offensive plays can be in the NFL, you understand why they want them to be simplified. So here's another quick decision right here. He takes this out route, loves the leverage with Richie James, throws him the ball quickly, gets it out of his hands. Not a problem with that. It makes it a positive gain. That's what you need in this league, moving the ball downfield. He stares it down the whole time, but there ain't nothing wrong with that because it's a quick play. It's a quick pass. That's a good decision right there. This might be a run play. So this is, there we go. He drops back here, makes a quick decision, gets the ball out to Saquon Barkley. Now, I can mind you, you got Saquon Barkley, you can always throw him the rock, but I want you to pay attention to something here. Up at the top, you have a little arrow concept, okay? So the arrow concept, this outside receiver is going to sit down right here. This receiver is running a corner route. He makes a quick decision to get the ball to Saquon Barkley. Mind you, I said on Twitter, he's going to make his first read. If he doesn't like it, he can get to the check down. Outside of that, he can take off. Next level thinking is if you're able to see what this cornerback is doing, obviously he's driving downhill. Obviously eyes are going here to Saquon. He's driving downhill. This corner route comes wide open. This safety is what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 yards deep and in the middle of the field on the hash. You can make this throw out here and you make a much bigger play. And I'm not going to be upset with it. And the second thing here, you'll see a little bit later on, you got Isaiah Hodgins down here that's working. He's got off coverage. He's going to break inside. That's another throw. It's going to be a bang, bang play. But look at here, wide open receiver. receiver. Not knocking it. Good play. You've gotten the ball out to a hell of a ball player. He's going to be able to make something happen and get a few yards. But you want a bigger play? Understand that they're driving down on this. That's 3 players all within 2 defenders. There's one wide open receiver right here. This is not a knock. This is something that you watch in the film room and you say, hey, take this next step and see what's going on out here, because you could also make that throw. I would say you need to go one, peek here, and then get over here, but that's neither here nor there. Saquon makes a catch, makes a good gain. He's going to come back and say, yo, I'm open. Watch that corner out. You want to see it from here? That's Richie James. I'm sorry. Richie James does it. So Richie James goes up and there's nobody there. See that? That's a first down throw. And that wasn't even, that was Matt Breida. So still a good player, still good in space. You got to not take offense to some of this stuff whenever you're trying to break down a couple of bits of tape. Okay. You can't take offense to some things. If the plays are simple, the reads are simple, that means the quarterback can make a quick decision. And in this league, when teams are getting to the quarterback fast as hell, you have to be able to know where you want to go with the football, get the football out of your hands, and then make positive gains. I don't care if it is to a check down. I don't care if you go, I want to throw it to this guy. He's not open. I'm going to throw it to this guy. And if he's not open, I'm going to run. He has the ability to do that. He shows that in this game. They force a field goal here. Now, mind you, Daniel Jones has had, 2 offensive coordinators in all these years that he's been in the league. It's definitely not been easy road for him. He's had a bumpy career, to say the least. Let's see this play. I think it's another, nope, not another run. Now look at this. He uses his legs and he's able to go out and get the first down. Now we're going to go back, once again, go back to the top of this play. What you got here, double left, looks like it's a 2 tight end set. Looks like that's a tight end right there. Maybe not. But either way, double left. Okay. You got a single high look. All right. So what I see here off the rip, you're going to have an under route right here. You got an under route versus off coverage. This linebacker is sitting. He's probably going to bypass this guy so he can jump on that. You got seam on the backside, seam on the backside. What do you see? So your first throw, your first read is right here. First read right here. We'll get to what's going on in the pocket, why I think that he goes off of this play. But your first read's right here. And I think that, shoot, if you're anticipating it, if you were anticipating this guy's body language, because he stopped and stayed outside, which I think is smart. I think that's playing ball. You see somebody in the space you're trying to go to, shoot, don't go in there. You're going to see right here, if you are quick and make a fast decision, he can make that throw. I think it probably spooks him a little bit because this linebacker was working this way, following the quarterback's eyes. And obviously this player's underneath. It still looks like he may be looking out there, anticipating an under route. Either way, you get to the fact that he says, oh, nothing. I'm going to escape, use my legs, and make a positive play and not take a sack. Let's go back to the tight angle here, and let's see what happens. First things first, you have a big defender who flashes right in front of your face, makes him move, takes his eyes down, and he has to get the hell up out of there. Was there a throw? Yes. Did he make it? No. Did he still get a positive play? Yes, absolutely. Let's say it was a trips. Let's say it looked like it was a trips right. You got trips right nasty. You got the Y left outside. He goes outside of this receiver, but he knows he needs to get to this stack set. What you're working with here, up top, you have that similar arrow concept going on earlier in the game. You had this happen. Richie James ran free. Saquon Barkley got the ball quickly. Daniel Jones's eyes are working over here to Isaiah Hodgins, okay? Now, you got a little safety robber right here who's trying to pick something off if it drops down. And if you looked up to the top, he could have easily hit Saquon Barkley with speed taken off. He could also hit this play right here, but he has his eyes down here. It's not a problem. He gives Isaiah Hodgins a chance to work, who's able to create some leverage. The safety has to respect this corner route. This tight end has attracted this defender. But look at all this space. Big, huge window. He fires it in there, makes a good, strong catch. Let's look at it from the tight angle. So you look at it from the tight angle. You can see where his eyes go off the rip. Off the jump, he takes a quick peek over there to his left. He's still looking to his left. See the line on his helmet? That's telling you that he's looking over here. This linebacker is reacting to this. So if he knows anything, let's say you're going next level thinking, eyes go here to give your receiver on this right side chance to work. He comes back quickly, makes a nice strong throw inside, great catch, Great rep right there by Daniel Jones and Isaiah Hodgins. Good work. Whenever you have complexity, the complexity is for the guys on the other side. I have a 300 and some odd page playbook that has same plays, but there's 5, 6, 7, 8 different formations that go with those plays. So you can mix and match formations to get into looks that you want. You have a doubles right look here. Okay, doubles right. There's your tight end to the right. Now you get the back offset to the strong side. They may use different verbiage here. This is a good decision here. Good, quick decision. Richie James probably was a hot or a sight. He had that blitz right off of his head. Daniel Jones recognizes it. Hops up and make a quick, easy throw. A little play fake. Throw it out to the flat. That's a good play right there. Good, quick decision. It's simple. If you know where you're going with the football, then you can make that simple, easy decision. This is a little trips right here. He drops back. He escapes with his legs. Richie James gets open, keeps the play alive. This is a great rep, all in all, by Daniel Jones. Let's take a look from this tight angle here. He drops back. He looks quickly out to the left, doesn't like it, works his way up. He uses his athleticism to create more time, throws a touchdown pass. Now, look, ain't nothing about that been bad. It's all good reps right there. Daniel Jones has earned himself a lot of money this year. And to say that Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka have had a positive impact on him is definitely not a slight. And if you take it as one, then you gotta just rethink some things. You gotta learn how to take a compliment. All right, the guy's been playing good football. He's playing good ball for real. Little play action here. He makes a quick decision to get out there to Saquon Barkley. Now, mind you, on this play here, everybody was covered. Everybody was covered. A little bunch right. Let's take the Z over. Look, there's that same. Remember that very first play, the shallow concept, the deep over concept. Now, one thing about this, you have Stephon Gilmore, one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He's able to jump all over that. But look, covered. And Saquon is flying that way. All of it's covered. The best thing he can do is throw it over here. It ends up going into the dirt, being incompletion, but that's not a bad play. I'm not mad at that. Doubles right look. I love this rep here by Richie James. I love this rep by Daniel Jones. We'll go back to the start so you can see you got a little bit of a levels concept, if you will. So what we're looking at outside, this is an under route versus press. You have to have a little patience, work a little outside, get fast up underneath. Richie does a good job of that. This is Isaiah Hodgins inside. He's going to run about a 10, 12-yard dig route. He's working to get into this area here. On the backside, just so you know, there's outside release seam, outside release go. These are done to get the eyes off of everything that's working inside. Okay, inside. This linebacker right here, he actually ends up dropping underneath this Isaiah Hodgins route. He's helping this guy out. See this, let's say it's the cornerback, right? Let's say it's this nickel back is playing outside leverage. He's playing outside leverage. They've gotten a lot of out routes. So he's playing outside leverage. His help is this linebacker inside. Let the play run out. This linebacker gains depth. Richie James has won his route up top. There's a lot of space here. Make that good catch. Isaiah Hodgins in the option. Covered here. Safety's deep. That's the right decision. He made a good, quick decision. Got the ball out of his hands. Richie James was able to catch it, get upfield for a total of 9 yards. Watch it from the tight angle. He sees where he's going. He knows where he's going. The guy wins. He makes a throw. That's all you got to do. It's simple. Quick decisions. That was your first read. Here we go. So this is one thing you started to see Mike Kafka doing. Up top, you have your tight end. I think it's Dan Bellinger. He's outside leverage. He's outside. So that puts you a receiver on the inside, receiver, and a receiver. This is all about getting some matchups, okay? A lot of teams aren't going to necessarily, let me not say not necessarily. You're going to probably get a cornerback outside. That can tell you a couple of things. Maybe it's a zone. Later on in the game, you'll see Stephon Gilmore will be outside, lined up on a cornerback. I think Stephon was following Darius Slayton this game, but let's just let it play out. You have a lot of, let's say about 7 yards, 7, 8 yards off is this nickel back or safety, let's say, and you've got 4 down, corner here. Daniel hops up, makes a good quick decision. He takes that out route. Now, let's go next level thinking. because there was a little two trap. It was almost a little trap coverage up top. This cornerback, he ends up playing off with a little outside leverage, but he's quick to react to that. Obviously, he saw Daniel Jones. Safety was flat over the top. Next level thinking is maybe you try to bomb that sucker to that tight end. Nobody's respecting the tight end, though. But I'm not mad at the fact that he makes a good, quick decision and gets a positive gain. He knows where he's going with the football, makes an easy throw, protects his receiver. They make a little bit of a gain there. Not a bad rep at all. You have a little trips right nasty, all right? Trips right nasty. You're going to have yourself yet another pass play. Free release right here. Let's see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people are rushing. Looks like you have one more going right here. I love this rep up as well. They block it all up. This is a great rep right here. Great rep by the tight end. Great rep by Daniel Jones. Bellinger just going to work his way down the field, turn around, and post up on the safety. Work his way downfield. Nice, strong, aggressive throw. Great catch. That's good. He knew where he wanted to go with the ball, and he delivered on it. Another rep. Oh, I love this rep here because he had a free blitzer right there, and he used his ability, his speed to get out of the pocket. So whenever I sit here and say Daniel Jones is going up and making his read, and then if it ain't there, he's quickly moving to the next thing. All right, he hops up and he sees there's a free blitzer. Okay. Now, could he have made a good, quick decision to hit an under route right here? Sure. Could he have quickly turned around and thrown this thing to Saquon Barkley or Matt Breida in the check down? Yeah. But he decides to escape out to the left and use his speed to get around the edge. The guy ends up gaining, I don't even know how many yards, 20 some odd yards, almost 30 yards, on the fact that there was an unblocked defender right here. Unblocked. He's like, I'm out of this thing. Gets down the sideline. Probably takes a bigger hit than I would like to see. But that was a hell of a rep right here by him. You have a little eye left slot. Eye right slot, I'm sorry. You get yourself a little short motion. They're going to ghost this. This is a great play call as well, because what you have is a little post wheel concept with a ghost on the back. The ghost is faking the reverse. You're faking the ball to Saquon Barkley. You're faking the reverse right here. All of that complexity makes it difficult on these guys. The play action is going to get these folks, the linebackers and everybody, to react. Bellinger comes out of the backfield. He slips on by everybody, wide open. Good throw. Good decision. There ain't but two places to throw the ball. One of them is the post. The other one is the wheel. Look at it from the tight angle. Boom, fake it there. He gets up quickly. He sees it. Good throw. Boom, drop it right in the hole. Easy, easy play. Simple. It's all confusing for everybody else. That empty set. This is a good play. Fast decision. Once again, very simple. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's almost just like it's spacing. Here we go. Let me break it down for you. So you're looking at this. Empty across the board. You see everybody's pretty much level. The closest defender, you can say, okay, he's matched up on Saquon. This is also scheming some stuff. You got Saquon outside who's going to take a cornerback. You got Dan Bellinger out here who now you see outside leverage, slightly outside leverage from this linebacker. This safety, you would assume, got to be covering here. But he's in the end zone. If anything, you need to step up and at least put your heels on the goal line. And this linebacker is inside kind of bluffing like he's blitzing. On the backside, you got 1 and 2. Plus, you got this safety down here. This is outside leverage, so you got to think they're bracketing Richie James. That's coverage outside. This linebacker has to be paying attention to number 3. Plus, this safety is paying attention to number 3. Empty set. Quickly, he turns around, fires it to Isaiah Hodgins, who splits 2 to get into the end zone. If that safety would have been on the goal line, that's a tighter throw. Maybe he doesn't score. Looking from this back angle, he's trying to sell the blitz. And he's like, oh, you're not blitzing. But he left way too much space. And allowed Daniel Jones to make a good play. Some coaching in here. There's some good things that you see from Daniel Jones. I think he's played good ball all year. The guy's making good, quick decisions with the football. He's under control in the offense, and he makes it look simple. And generally, it is simple. Here we go. Doubles. Let's say doubles left, but we're going to say Y is all the way outside. So the tight end is all the way out here. There's a cornerback. Once again, you got a slot receiver who's got let's see, 5, 10, 12 yards of space and separation from his nearest defender. Over here, you got two receivers pretty close. They're going to run that same arrow concept. You're going to see this receiver sit down about 5 yards. Richie James has that corner. This is about second play of the game. Still getting this swing route right down here. A couple parts of this play will break it down. So he drops back. His first read, he goes to the right. You can see he quickly patted the ball. Now, I will say number one, let me go back up here. This is an out route by Isaiah Hodgins. You had 12 yards of separation. You have this out route. I would say, hey, look up and take that all day. But he didn't. It's not a problem, though, because he ends up making a hell of a play. He misses it. He ends up making a hell of a throw. Slayton separates and still gets 9 yards. So if you go by this play, his first read, he didn't like it. He didn't go to the check down, and he used his legs to get away and was strong enough to make that throw and still get positive plays. That was a good point in the game. You're under 2 minutes. They're trying to get in position to score some points. So getting out of bounds is paramount. Getting the first down is paramount. Let's look up matchups. Tight end outside. Stephon Gilmore's on him. That's always a good thing because that means your receivers are covered by other players that maybe not have the as many pass coverage skills. So you can see that linebacker's trying to relate a little bit in here. Safety once again is about 12 yards deep. Over here you've got nickel and you got a corner right here that are relating to these two guys. Off the release, Richie James bubbles out to get himself a little bit of space, almost like it's an option route. This corner route is going to make this cornerback get some depth. Richie James easily just goes outside, breaks outside, makes it a nice easy throw. You could once again make that throw to that corner route. You could flatten that out if you want to get a bigger play, but I'm not mad at it. Situationally, pick up the first down. Let's move the chains. Keep yourself out of trouble. If you'd have waited another second, he'd have probably got hit. This is that same play that you see the Buffalo Bills run. They ran it with Josh Allen. They end up going 4 to a side, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could easily come up and make this throw to Saquon Barkley in space, knowing that he has 3 blockers on 3 defenders, and he's going to be going downhill. But he made a decision to say, I'm going to go ahead and take off and run. This receiver down at the bottom, outside release, take his eyes away from everything. You get this lineman up on this linebacker, and you got space to run. Daniel Jones is able to get out. He gets close to a first down, makes 8 yards. Could it have been a bigger play if he dozed it out to Saquon Barkley? I don't know, maybe. But I'm not mad at the decision. He's like, no, peek it and get out of here. He has the athleticism to use his legs. He can do some good things with that. Here we go. I think this is that hammer concept right here. So just off the rip, you saw that this player right here is starting to drive down and looking like he's going to blitz, but you still got 4 down, expecting 1 more. You got 5 people out here, should be okay. You got to think 1 and 2 are going to be covering 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are going to be covering 1 and 2. This guy's probably going to be spying or paying attention to Saquon. Safety way the hell out of there. The protection, actually, he makes a quick decision. He makes a super quick decision because he feels he has an unblocked player. Get the ball out of your hands and throw it right here. Now, you see what opens up back behind it, Isaiah Hodgins. We'll have to look at the tight angle for everything else, but this is a hammer concept. You also had Richie James going. You had Richie James on the out route up at the top. So they always have a lot of built-in hots and sights. Inside leverage, head up to inside leverage. You could easily throw that. He ends up going down to Saquon. Doesn't really get much. But if you go from this tight angle, you can see where the issue is. You got there, you got a double there. This leaves leaves this as an unblocked defender. This guy is actually trying to relate to Saquon. Now, if you feel that, or if you're able to say, I'm going to be a little bit more patient, you see that Isaiah Hodgins comes open right into the middle. But I'm not mad at it. Get the ball out of your hand, get the ball to your playmaker. You look at the film and you say, okay, we could have done something different there. Here it is again. I love how they hide Richie James. They get Dan Bellinger up here on the line of scrimmage. Stephon Gilmore cannot get a press, cannot get hands on Richie James. He motions out. This is a good rep right here because he has the ability to get out of the pocket. Let's go back. Okay, look at how it's played out. You have that hammer concept here, a little, hammer concept where this deep digs on the inside. 44 has related to that. These two guys are closing right here. Earlier in the game, he's thrown the ball quickly out to Saquon Barkley, and that's not a bad decision. Richie had a little bit of an option route. That's why he did that wide and release, and he wants to work into this gap right here, but there's a linebacker right in the way. Daniel's like, didn't make a decision. I have enough speed to get around the edge. First down. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You make your first read. You don't like it. You make second read. You don't like it. You didn't hit the check down. He looked over there. He looked to the right. He saw that the linebacker was there. He couldn't hit Richie James. He came back to the middle. The linebacker was up underneath that dig route. Now he escapes out to the left and is fast enough to get around the corner. Got folks diving and everything like that. Here we go. Once again, let's look at the matchups. Dan Bellinger's outside, so that takes a corner away. Now you have Isaiah Hodgins have a linebacker relating to him with a safety that's essentially in two deep. This almost looks like it could be a cover 6 where he could have deep half, and these two guys are going to play quarters. Isaiah gets a good time, does a good job getting them matched up against a linebacker. Now that's scheming right there. That's scheming right there. They're only sending 4. So you know you're going to have time. You're going to be protected. Stop it right here. Quick sit down right there. Obviously, you got your check out right there. This is going to end up being a corner route to take people's eyes away. But if you look at the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 on 1, 2, and 3, this side is scrapped. He sees his matchup on this side. I've got a receiver on a linebacker in space. Because these routes are going this way, everything is going this way, it's taking all these eyes away, and you're given a much larger hole, big open window to throw the ball into. Quick decision, throw the ball, hit him right in the numbers. Good rep. Right here, I'm going to tell you right now, they've run a lot of out routes. So what you're going to get is a double stick nod. Okay, so he's going to, Bellinger and Richie James are going to work up, feint a little out route, and then try to break back across the defender's face. Over here, you see, once again, Stephon Gilmore's outside, tight ends on the inside. So that Bellinger is covered by this player here. Richie James has to get related to by this nickel cornerback, and this cornerback's out here over here. Safety's high. Now, I think Daniel stays on Bellinger because he probably was feeling that this safety was on this side. He liked whatever matchup over there. See how it plays out. Feint out, come across, doesn't like it, quickly gets to his check down, ends up being incomplete. That's not a problem at all. Let's go back to the top of this play. Let's watch Richie James. Richie James comes off out. I think that's a huge window. Yes, where there was a little bit of pressure right up the middle. A little pressure off the middle. And generally, I'm not mad at that. You don't like that, quickly get it to your check down. Since the play is mirrored, now you can see it right now. He made the decision to look over here. If he would have stayed down here on Richie James, that's a touchdown. Hit that, he can make him miss. That's a touchdown. I don't know what the hell you doing dropping into the end zone like that, but that's neither here nor there. But he says, I'm going here. It's not there. Throw it to my check down. Ends up getting broken up. That's not a bad rep. You can look at it from this tight angle. His eyes are over here on Bellinger. Bellinger is blanketed by that safety. He could have made the throw. It was probably going to be bang, bang. Might have been broken up for sure. But he doesn't have time to get back to Richie James. Throws it to the check down. The space and the pressure was right into his face. He wasn't able to run on that play. So here we go. We got doubles left. Now you got your back offset to the weak side. This is generally how you would see some things. He drops back. This ends up being a great decision to throw the ball away because there's nobody to throw the ball to. Bellinger stays in. They haven't seen pressure pretty much all day. Bellinger stays in, so you have one less receiver, way too many people back in zone. There's nobody to throw the ball to. He throws the ball away. That's a good rep. That is a plus. That's a plus for me because you protected the football. You understand you're in field goal range. Look at that. Be able to step up, get out of the way, and throw the ball. Don't take a sack. Don't take an interception. Don't lose yards. Give Graham Gano a chance to kick a field goal. All right. So look here, folks. When I say that Daniel Jones has been playing well, and I say that the coaching staff has done a good job to make it simple for him, it's ingrained in his mind. Hey, pick a side, make your read. If it's not there, get it to your check down. If it's not there, use your athleticism to get out of the pocket and extend the play. All of those things were good play. That was a good half. Very, very clean first half. The very first play was almost intercepted. Outside of that, there were a few missed opportunities, but they didn't result in negative plays. I would say that in the past, you would see Daniel Jones miss a throw or miss an open receiver, and then it would result in a negative play. If you hang on something too long in this league, it gets picked off. You don't need to do that. Make your decision. If you miss it, that's fine. Live to play another down. So learn how to take a compliment, folks. Daniel Jones is playing good ball. Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka have done a good job working with him, and he deservedly will get himself another contract. You've been in the film room.